Good evening, friends. This is December 30th. I'm scrolling through a front end to School of Tomorrow. The winter term started on December 21st on the solstice, and we're well underway. But what is it, and how do you get involved, and what's the front door look like? And School of Tomorrow materials are saved in version control on GitHub for the most part. But then how do you find this, right? So, for example, there's a public archived listserv called Synergio, where I'm currently explaining that it's kind of like free code camp. Free, as in maybe there's some buried paid events in here somewhere. I would say mostly it's just wander around and connect the dots on your own with others, arrange meetups. I'm joining meetups um, through Comprehensivist Wednesdays, where Joe Bullock is anchoring some cool meetups. That's for studying like mind brain stuff and AI, stuff you're already familiar with if you're following the fuller syllabus. And I'm just working out here as another student a lot of the time. I'm not always in teacher mode. Like I'm learning from Tom Ace about hypersnakes. This is a video he made showing n-dimensional hypersnake, and then he's been breaking some records in higher dimensions, and I've been studying that, doing a notebook about it. And that's the same Tom Ace that you may have encountered in connection with our Tetra volumes, this being a Bucky Fuller aware curriculum, we don't neglect the unit edge unit volume tetrahedron, and we have a coordinate system that fits into that and is very compatible with the IVM and all those concepts you're familiar with. It's very Cascadian. That's kind of a pun there we're making. Cascadia is a region, of course, a bioregion, and it's sort of a place-based curriculum, but that doesn't mean we're not globally aware and globally connected. And you don't have to be from Cascadia to participate in this. But what interests might you have? Well, for example, anatomy. Are you a medical school student? Maybe you're interested in using AI as aide de memoire, like how do I use AI to help remember biology? And here we're looking at a breakwater device called a Dolos that we could relate to the centrioles and how they're mutually perpendicular in the centrosome. I'm talking cell biology. There's also urban planning, urban affairs, exploring whatever city you're in or exploring whatever region you're in, using whatever vehicles you have. The wandering aspect of this, and then the breadcrumb aspect of this. In other words, as a teacher as well as a student, I just leave all kinds of links and tips kind of into a spaghetti ball, like a Hypertunes network, you could call it. It's where all kinds of scenarios segue into each other, such as first person physics. Now that we've gotten to the end, I suggest, go back and watch the video again, pause here and there, and see where you might want to jump in, such as graph theory. That's one of the videos showing on the right. Nietzsche, Emerson, Margaret Fuller. Find your way to the Math for Wisdom section, and find your way into the coda, which is itself full of cram-packed with interesting things. We do some satire, as you can see, making fun of obsolete war economy. And we look ahead to what we call USAOS, which is a operating system metaphor, you could say. We're looking more from a computer science and engineering point of view at problems that in the past lawyers have mostly looked at. So I hope that's interesting.